Well, it's finally happening. GamerGate 2.0 is here. We just need Mr. Medicare to sound the trumpets. Monday Matt to have his channel copyright strike, and history is going to repeat itself. What kicked it off this time? Well, a lot of AAA games aren't doing very well right now. Many of them are failing spectacularly. And what people notice is that all of these AAA companies that are supposed to compete with each other, they're kind of making the same product. Is the same talking themes in all of the stories. The fact that they're afraid to even use the word woman in the character creator. They're now saying body type A, body type B. You have this rare skin disease, vitiligo, being pushed into characters creators. But you don't have a breast slider. You do have penis sliders, but no breast slider. You know, it's just like these very weird marketing decisions that are popping up. So people realize that, well, there are consultant companies behind many of these video games that are there to push a story. They're there to diversify the video games. And one of these more prominent companies is called Sweet Baby Inc. So they're basically like a consultancy group. They come in and they make sure that your character, if it's a woman, you know, she doesn't have breasts, that she have like a strong jawline that would make me jealous. She's got like broad shoulders, short haircut, or the Californian mental illness haircut, the one that's half butt shaved. You know, they make like all these decisions like, oh, don't say male and female, say body type A, body type B, as we discussed previously, right? And it's a grift. I mean, they make a lot of money doing this, right? So imagine this. You're a professional writer at a AAA company. Like maybe you work at Blizzard or maybe you work at Ubisoft. And you wrote for some amazing games that went around the world. And now you have this twat, this morbidly obese corporeal manifestation that joins the company. And now she's on top of you. Like she gets to decide what your writing is good and where your writing is bad, right? And you're like, okay, well, I'm this award-winning writer or I'm this award-winning artist. What the fuck did she do? And you're looking at her and she's got no resume. She's got like a gender studies degree, but she's never actually done anything, right? It's very humiliating. It's soul-crushing if you're an artist and you're being told by literally nobody that gets to decide what's culturally accepting or whatnot, right? So gamers noticed this, and there was like this meme for a little bit. It's like, oh, this sweet baby thing. And someone took the meme a step further and made a Steam curator group where they're basically saying these video game companies have worked with Sweet Baby. Like that was it. That was just this small Steam account, which had, I think, like maybe 2,000 followers or so. Like literally a nobody, right? It was just this meme. And it was just basically like, these are the video games. And a lot of prominent titles, most of them managing to fail spectacularly, like customers don't want it. And all of a sudden, the company Sweet Baby sends one of their cancel pigs in order to try to get this account canceled. So they make this disgruntled post on Twitter accusing the person of being a white supremacist, encouraging people to flag down the Steam account, you know? And at one point, many people on the internet said, what the fuck? Like, who do you think you are? Like, why are you doing this, right? And all the people now go and they subscribe to this Steam account. And overnight, it ends up having 200,000 followers. And the cancel pigs desperately try to take it down while this is happening. They're calling the Steam mods, and the Steam mods find no problem there. And this is where the controversy is getting. So now that I'm seeing The Guardian and many other press publications writing about it, as well as what I know from backroom channels, like talking with people from the industry, Sweet Baby is actually terrified. Because, like, normally, the way you handle this PR is to leave it alone, okay? Like you start some shit on the internet, it is bad, but just ignore it, and it will go away. Block, mute, pretend it's not happening, and they're going to buzz around for like a month or two, and then they're going to go away. But the timing is really bad. Oh my god, the timing is awful. Because you see, now a lot of companies are trying to cut costs. So a lot of companies, a lot of AAA companies are firing people. And you have like this consultant group, which basically they're grifters, right? Like, pay us money to sanitize your game. Like, come fuck off, you know? But like, okay, so you have these grifters. You can't really stop doing business with them, because if you stop, it looks bad. It's like, oh, you're against diversity, you know? But now you can stop doing business with them, not because you're against diversity, but because they're very controversial. And this is why they're terrified. And another way that they manage to grift themselves into business is by insinuating that if you do not hire them, the cancel pigs on Twitter are going to harass your game, right? So like they're going to harass your upper management, they're going to harass your developers. But that doesn't work when they can't use their cancel pigs in order to take down a Steam account. So it's like they're showing that they have no more pull. So basically what Sweet Baby is trying to do now is like, yeah, but like, look how many connections with the press we got. Right? And we got The Guardian, we got PC Gamer, we got Kotaku, we got all the muscle. Look at the muscle that we have. This is a flex, basically, because they're absolutely desperate and they're terrified. I know from my sources, and again, take it with a grain of salt, that Ubisoft is starting to cancel contracts with them. Like there were contracts that were being negotiated and they were in the talks, and now it's not so sure. Now it's like, well, you guys are basically like, what exactly are you offering us? And they're like, well, you know, we're offering the certainty that your game isn't going to be controversial. And it's like, how can you offer us this when you motherfuckers are controversial yourselves? Like, if you can't keep controversy off your fucking company, how can you keep controversy off our game? So, it's interesting because you see even like the normie streamers, Asmongold and many others, they're looking at these articles and like they're completely dismissing all of their talking points as if they're nothing. It's like, you're getting harassment? No, it's called customer feedback. No one is harassing you. Like no one, the only people getting banned, unironically, was the cancel pig from Sweet Baby because they were saying nasty stuff. Well, they were having quips at Akira Toriyama today. So people reported that, not to mention like encouraging flagging on Twitter is against the TOS. So if anyone is harassing, it's them. And they're getting banned. It's not 2016 Twitter anymore. The thing with the 2016 is that the culture was set for Hillary Clinton, right? Like you had all of this feminism and all of the left was believing in this grand conspiracy theory called the patriarchy. Do you guys remember that? Right. It was all created in order to defend Hillary Clinton. Basically, if you disagreed with her or her policy, you're a misogynist. And if you are a misogynist, you had to get fired. And of course, Donald Trump was also a misogynist for having the Joe grabber by the pussy. He shouldn't be elected. Look what he's saying. I mean, Obama has drone strike funerals and weddings, but like that doesn't even compare with the joke that Donald Trump said, which is beyond the pale, right? So like the culture was in such a way so that the grifters could benefit from it, right? It was perfect for the grift. And now the grift seems to be over. Now the grift is running dry. There are many companies like Sweet Baby, of course, but if in the public mind it goes that you don't need these companies, and honestly you don't, then it's game over for the grifters. Grifters don't have to be your audience. Grifters are over. So I'll probably read this on a live stream because it's absolutely hilarious. But I look at this, right? Like 10 years ago, a game developer, a aggrieved ex-boyfriend, published a vindictive screen accusing her of trading sex for favorite reviews of her indie game. This was left upon the latest every corner of the internet, 4chan, and kicked off a harassment campaign. Notice how there's absolutely no links to this. There's no source. There's no evidence. It's just like claiming accusations. You can go to the Chinese Wikipedia and you can find exactly what happened because the cancel pigs had absolutely no power there. But they don't mention the fact that Sweet Baby tried to cancel the Steam account, which is owned by a Brazilian, by the way. Like, that is the hilarious thing. They accused him of being a white supremacist. Man is Brazilian. And not only that, you know, Sweet Baby claims to care about minorities and marginalized people. Man is a Brazilian. And when you found out, you didn't apologize, you didn't do nothing. Like, you're speaking on his behalf as long as he doesn't step out of line, right? And again, the harassment that they're claiming is the fact that this Steam curator was just promoting their games. It's like, okay, these are the games that Sweet Baby worked on. It's like Suicide Squad, Gotham Knights, you know, like all the progressive shit that came out in the last couple of years in AAA. Almost all of them had and the press is trying to marginalize it. They're like, oh, well, they're just a consultant group. They're not important. So if they're not important, why do you defend them? They're not important, right? Like, with them or without them is the same stuff, right? They are important. If I'm not mistaken, they were actually the lead writer. Like some of them that worked there were the lead writers on Justice, on the Suicide Squad versus Justice League. So let me know what you think. If you like my channel, there is a pinned comment that takes you to my subscribe star or my Patreon, and you can get the best buyer's remorse on the internet. I promise you, you will regret it. You will regret it. The moment you give me money, you'll regret it. I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.